Hello, and welcome back to more gaming. Now, this is going to be a lot quieter. Well, a lot, I wouldn't say quieter, but a lot less intense than our last game. This is going to be Haven Celestia, Under One Sky. Now, the Haven Celestia universe is a series of science fiction novels created by Greg Luderman and Rick Griffin, along with a bunch of other people. Let's in fact take a look at the credits first. Designer, developer, producer, Ryan Desmond. Character, artist and author, Rick Griffin. Environmental artist, Jonas. Colorist, Frederick. Yep. Author, Greg Luderman. Developer tester, Boyd Poe. Developer, Robert Carter. Bunch of music. So much for playing our game. Please sure to vote for us and jump ship jam. This is a heck of a soundtrack. So let's head back to the main menu. Races of Haven Celestia. The galaxy is in turmoil. The greedy Cocoon Empire is ever expanding their purview. It is solely up to the brave Leo squadrons to defend the Leo's United Planets. Or is it? Haven Celestia is a furry sci-fi universe based on stories and illustrations by Rick Griffin and Greg Luderman. If you enjoyed this game, please check out their book series, The Conti Cycle, The Final Days of the White Flower 2, and The Tory Mysteries. The Leos. Average height, 2 meter, weight, 110 kilograms. They breathe oxygen. They are mammalian biological class. They have red blood. Maximum lifespan, 220 years. Leo Empire is allied with a number of worlds as powerful as the Krakoon, and are considered the de facto leaders of the resistance movement. While a considerable number of Leo are sympathetic to the plight of the Krakoon slaves, they are not without dissenters, formulating resentment at having to continually house more refugees. Uh-oh. The Surang. Average height, 3.7 meters. Wow. Tall people. Average weight, 540 kilograms. Atmosphere, adaptable. Biological class, unknown. Blood color, red-orange. Maximum lifespan, unknown. The Krakoon took over the Sorang home planet, but the Sorang, able to adapt in multiple atmospheres, scarcely even acknowledge their existence and have moved their anarchist society inside Krakoon walls and crawl spaces. The Surang consider themselves superior to every other species in the galaxy, including the Krakoon. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Ringle. Average height, 1.4 meters. Average weight, 30 kilograms. Atmosphere oxygen. Bioclass mammalian. Blood color red. Maximum lifespan, 140 years. Ringle are not known for their sense of tact. Little in the way of social taboos, they much prefer others to be assertive about their own hang-ups. If you want me to stop, just say so. They are frequently stereotyped as pirates, which is not unfounded, as their king in exile continually funds privateer resistance fleets. Male Ringel portrait. Surang portrait. Female Leo portrait. Mesa. Average height, 0.3 meters. Average weight, half a kilogram. Atmosphere, oxygen. Bioclass, mammalian. Blood color, red. Maximum lifespan, 90 years. The mice are a diminutive species that are still trying to find their place among the galactic community. The Krakoon Empire has historically taken a special interest in them, but their current overpopulation issue seems to be of no concern to their Krakoon allies. Naturally spiritual, the mice find it difficult to rectify their religious creed with their interstellar neighbors. Uh-oh. Mesa portrait. Jordian. Average height, 1.6 meters. Average weight, 45 kilograms. Atmosphere, ammonia breathers. Bioclass mammalian. Blood color bright red. Maximum lifespan, 155 years. Feline people with a long history of technological prowess, the Jordians once held the most powerful galactic confederacy. In time, though, they were subsumed by the Kraken Empire, and their glory days are over. Georgians still hold on to their sense of collective honor, almost dogmatically defending their clans, both given and found. The Turek. Average height, 3.6 meters. Average weight, 685 kilometers. Atmosphere, they are fluorine breathers. Bioclass, Sauroid. Blood color, deep violet. Maximum lifespan, 5,000 years. The Turek are a fierce species that appreciates both life and death. They are feared through space as barbarians and raiders, although there are many who covet art and luxury. They have no innate fear of death and would rather die by auto-poisoning than suffer inescapable fates. Their bodies are often covered with beautiful symbols of their achievement. Interesting. The Sarith. Average height, 4.5 meters. Average weight, 7,200 kilograms. Wow. Atmosphere, carbon compound. Oh. Bioclass reptilian, blood color green, maximum lifespan 500 years. The Barith are a strong people guided by their ironclad morals. The Barith, I noticed used a beta rather than a capital B, so Betith? Always wish to protect the weak and bring wrongdoers to justice. These morals aren't based in myth, though, as Barith do not have a history of mythology or any fictitious storytelling. Combined with their strict hierarchical societies, they are seen as a truly independent species. Huh. And the Kraken. Average height, 12 meters. Average weight, 75,000 kilograms. Atmosphere, sulfur. Bioclass, reptilian. Blood color, blue-green. Maximum lifespan, 12,000 years squared. Beta, so just pronounce it as an S? Okay. Oh! That makes sense. Because it's written as Sereth right up there. Okay. Thank you, Commander. Kraken Empire seeks to vassalize and enslave all other worlds. Their vast and long lifespans, as well as their sheer size and strength, make them difficult to resist one-on-one. Though their claim to galactic power is indisputable, this doesn't always equate to every Kraken loving or even enjoying their own lives. Interesting. Well, let's start this. 9-5, over. I don't like this, Wing Commander. What caused a long-range communication blackout? Maybe a solar flare, Red 5? Never seen a solar flare do this before, Yellow 2. Cut the chatter, team. We don't need long-range comms. Who are you going to call anyway? Ask your mama to fly in here? And wipe your nose? Unidentified vessel, state your business here. Leo Commander, this is Vice Admiral Borgetta. You are badly outgunned. Surrender and I'll see your men live out nice, comfortable lives in a breeding colony somewhere. But if you choose to fight, I will promise there will be no glory in your sacrifice. Okay. Leo, noble feline species. Seek peace and prosperity to all. I'm one too. Vice Admiral Bergentia, this is Red Lead Sarah. You have no idea what you're up against, how agile and lethal our fleet is. If you surrender now, we'll see you're dropped to the nearest neutral. Order attack! Take evasive actions! I'm hit! Going down! Coming in hot! Chapter 0. Hard landing. Uh-oh. Strange creature slinks around your crash tip, peeking in lockers and gathering items that might be valuable. Stops when you stir. Are you still alive, Hairball? If not, I claim salvage rights. Yeah, I'm still alive. Damn it. Ow, my head. Hey, put my scanner state back and hand me that medkit, will you? Creature pulls a medkit out of the wall and hands it to you, but yet he keeps a hold on the slate. Yes, fine. Take your medkit. I have several of those anyhow. It's a scanner, you say? Yes, a wonderful device. It shows here the Kraken dreadnoughts leaving the system. Goodbye, you stupid lizards. The Kraken, giant species of lizards, Kraken see themselves as lord of the galaxy. Their massive military and slave force to keep anyone from resisting the Krakoon's domination. They really suck. It's my duty to defeat them. Absolutely. They're fleeing? Where does it say they're headed? Scanner can tell that also. Amazing. It says they are headed to Narcia 4. Better than us, and I suppose. Cold Dread fears you. You recognize that world. Nashira 4? My people have a colony on Nashira 4. It's a peaceful agricultural commune. They don't even have a militia. Well, I hope they can evacuate quickly. The Vice Admiral ship's not a diplomatic vessel. It's designed to pound a civilization flat. Perhaps they're not really headed to Nashira 4. Perhaps they're just taking evasive action from my fleet and their current heading. Yes, that could be. They are flying away from... Is that your fleet hiding in the debris cloud? The hope and optimism you were feeling only a moment before drains away, leaving you cold and numb inside. Debris cloud? Oh, well, Hairball, perhaps you have more pressing problems than worrying about the fate of Nashira 4. You need to stop calling me Hairball. I'm a Leo. The Leo, a noble feline priest. Oh, we already saw that one. My name is Sarah, and I'm the wing commander of Red... Well, I suppose I'm not commanding anyone now. And I am Sorang. My name is but you, my friend, may call me Chitter. The Surang, anarchist species of adaptive extremophiles that found their way into every corner of civilized space. They seem kind of shifty. Yep, they are woozles. This Sorang seemed friendly enough. He helps you with some medical foam for the gash that oozes from your shoulder. With some gauze, he fashioned a sling for your arm. If you asked, he probably would be willing to tell you more. What's going on here? The Ring Elf were trying to resist enslavement by the Krakoon, but it was futile. The Krakoon got to them eventually. Oh, sure, the Krakoon let the Ring Elf pretend they are a vassal state, but this... and that salves Ring Elf pride, then so be it. But you and I both know that Krakoon Tech gets what Krakoon Tech wants. So the Ring Elf. Limber, bushy-tailed species known for their promiscuity. The Ring Elf swear fealty to their king. They are quite experienced lovers. Not that I know personally. Alright, and we all know the other ones. What about you, Sarang? Does the Krakoon want you too? The Sarang laughed without joy. There is darkness in this mirth. They thought they did and realized their mistake too late. Oh sure, they killed plenty of us and even terraformed our planet so it has a sulfur atmosphere, but we won in the end. Gasp in horror. They transformed Surang's homeworld? Sulfur atmosphere might not harm these creatures overly, but can't help imagining what would happen to your own world. How many billions of innocents would suffocate? Feeling dubious, you ask, you conquered the Krakoon? Anarchists do not conquer, my friend. But neither can we be conquered. We live within their walls. We eat their food and defecate on their floors. When the Krakoon explore our worlds, we come along as well. They will never be free of us. If you asked, he'd probably be willing to tell you more. He seemed somewhat pleased that you would ask for his opinion. What do you think I should do? Titter squeezes the scanner slate to his narrow chest and smiles. If you let me keep the scanner thing, I'll help you repair your ship. Drive a hard bargain, but okay. I'm in no shape to deal with all this myself. Curious creature dived right into work, fixing systems with the skill of a master craftsman and the creativity of a wasteland scavenger. With its prehensile tail, nimble, double-thumbed paws, and a seemingly bottomless tool bag, it makes quick work of the ship's mangled machinery. Thank you, Chitter, for the help, but I suppose I could go most anywhere now, but where? Well, as I see, you've got 3 options. All I could say with you, you're definitely handy. Going up against a dreadnought sounds like a dumb idea. I suppose allying with other people would be a good move. Genuine Warp spreads up with Sorang's face. He wants to see you succeed and is doing everything in his power to help. Oh, he is very happy. But he alone won't be enough. There are lots of other races. You can speak with them and ask for their help. Enough of them join you. Perhaps you could stop Vice Admiral Prajanda. And how would I go about that? No imperial diplomat. I've got nothing to offer them. And look at how far, well, that's done you here. I wanted to loot a dead hairball, and yet here we are, Fix up your ship and I'm helping you out. Your words are still powerful. Try to appease other races. Tell them what they want to hear. How do I know what people want to hear? Must use the tactics of Tilkerspit, Chip, and one click. Chitter has been speaking perfectly understandable before, but those 3 words completely elude you. They must be something from the Surang language. Hold on, let me... Chitter taps a few symbols on your tablet and spins around to show you 3 symbols. Speak from the Fang means to argue your point from a place of strength and domination, to do something because no one can stop you. Speak from the Tail means to present yourself with nobility and honor, to do the right thing simply because it is. Did you decide to tell me because your tail told you to? It's metaphorical. Just let me finish. And finally, speak from the Mark. Quickly glance at your right ear, and you take note of the complex tattoo inside his own oversized ear. Well, I guess Leo don't have clan marks. How do Leo differentiate each other? Well, our hairstyles are pretty unique. The prophets inform us that our braids are representative of our soul. He makes quick adjustment to his diagram. And let's say speak from the braid to find a middle ground, a compromise. Do so because everyone benefits. Sounds ideal for most situations. Galaxy is never so kind, but neither should you be. You've never been able to repay everything you've ever promised. Sounds terrible. Telling me I should lie to other races? We tell lies to others all the time. Did you tell someone back home that you returned, only to nearly die in crash landing? It doesn't matter. We say these things because what other people want to hear. We need to convince these races quickly. We have not much time before the Raccoon gets to Nashra 4. We can deal with the false promises afterwards. This all sounds really hard. I did not say it would be easy. You offered Chitter your paw and smile. No, I suppose you did not. Thank you, Chitter. I appreciate the help. Oh, I should probably mention, I swapped up your Leo transponder for a Raccoon one that fell off a visiting ship. Hopefully it'll keep you safe from your enemies and allow you to slip through their gates unnoticed. That's great. Hang on, what about my allies? Won't they try to shoot me? Yes. I suggest you take caution around them. Best keep this mission yourself. At least they think you're a lost Raccoon fighter. Hop in the cockpit and ready to find the last sliver of hope in the commune of the Raccoon's crosshairs. Have to find some allies no matter what. Gotta bolster our ranks if these innocents are gonna stand a chance. Engines on. Fry, true, brave Leo. The Empire depends on you. Chapter 1. The Ringo. The Mainstay, residence of King in Exile over Ice, now called Ringeltech. Not easy to gain an audience with the King in Exile. The Mainstay is an opulent space station filled with more niceties than should be allowed in space. Rooms are filled with petitioners of all stripes. Literally, as most of them are Ringel. Never really liked the Ringel. Spent a good portion of your career fighting them. Found them to be ugly, dirty, and more than a little perverted. Can't find them how they managed to build a spacecraft after reaching the stars under their own power. They must have cheated, you think. Soon, your battle-hardened presence makes an impression on the retainers, and within some hours you're allowed to step in the King's quarters. The King in Exile is not terribly impressive. He seems fat. In a way, lounging on a bed of pillows and snacking on whatever fresh fruits they've shipped here to this place seems in great expense. No one ever seems to be here. It's just you and the King. Of course, the King would not be left alone in this case. You are certain you're being watched, even if the words are in private and for the King's ear only. The King acknowledges you with a glance, waiting for you to do something. Let's see here. Let's not go guns blazing first. Let's bow respectfully. Don't know how the Ringo bow exactly, but the Leo have a similar custom. Take a knee and fold your arms, lowering your head as till your braid touches the floor. Your Excellence, my name is Sarah, your most humble servant. I've sought your audience in order to bring up a matter of the highest importance. Oh, a flatterer! Really know how to turn a guy on, but really, don't have to go this far. You know, you're not one of my subjects. But I'm not going to complain. What would you like to play for a bit? Believe me, it does help relations. With all respect, Your Majesty, my time is short. State your case, soldier. I'm here to negotiate an alliance. An alliance? This is certainly a jump from where our people, were before. Not asking more than mutual aid. Get ships together in a single battle. Stop the threat before it consumes us all. If you were asking this once, and will again, from what I can recall, it was only a year ago we were mortal enemies. I am well aware of our position, but matters have changed. Raccoon have stolen the planet Pellar from us. And this is supposed to convince me to make an alliance with you? As I recall, you stole Pellar from us first. That was our planet. A matter of over a century's worth of plotting. Our colony was wiped out. I'm not here to argue that point. We have our disagreements. Disagreements, he says. But while the Raccoon have nominally secured Pellar on your behalf, I would contend that neither of us actually have control over Pellar. And all this has done is given your master a stronger foothold in this sector. Are you certain about that? You can't tell me that you choose to live in the remainder of your life in this space station? In making this alliance with the Raccoon, all they've done is place you under their thumb. And then, pray tell, what would your Emperor have me do? I'm not coming as an ambassador, I'm coming as... Listen, Leo, I know you're not going to win a major battle with a fleet I could muster in a few days or weeks. You're in a precarious position, and the fact that you come to me at all tells me how dire it must be. So I can tell you are likely going to ask others. Let me give you a piece of advice. It does not matter if you were named ambassador with any official capacity. Authority does not matter in these negotiations. Rhetoric does. Either I'm aware of what your empire can offer me, in which case all you need to do is speak the truth with conviction, or I am not, in which case you merely have to convince me of what you're speaking is the truth. Do you understand? You want me to say pretty words to you? Well, it would be nice if you're going to convince me that I need to listen to you. Then convince me. I'll ask you again. If I'm stuck under the thumb of the Raccoon, what will you have me do? The alliance with the Raccoon will not stay merely as it is. I don't care what sweet words they tempt you with. You made fools of many races before your own. The longer this alliance goes on, the worse it'll be for your people. Mass death, enslavement. Unless you change your mind now, your downfall is inevitable. Sweet Leo, I've already changed my mind. You have? Then why? It's called being coy, believe me. I'd very much like to help you out here, but you need to understand your position and measure your words. You are, in the end, just a soldier. In a way, you're a representative of your people to me. Well aware things will get bad with the Raccoon. The question is on my mind, and the reason I granted you an audience is, things could be any better with the Leo? In any case, it's far too late to simply rescind our alliance. We must agree. Oh, I do. It's just politics, and it's a very long road. I'm well aware of the Raccoon problem well over a decade now. They did everything in my power to stop this shift from happening. And if I could not, I could not. There are none on Rice who I can. I am sorry, there's simply nothing I can do. You could break away. Intriguing notions. I've already stated the reason I cannot. I asked you to rescind the alliance, but if it's impossible at this point, you must break out on your own. Go on. Breaking away may seem the poorer choice, but your people look up to you, and could be seen as abandoning them. But such dramatic action may also be just what they need. They see you now as acquiescing to the Raccoon's whim, and each time you do, you inject them with more authority. Break away now, and the people will see the Raccoon for who they are, illegitimate. If you waited too long, who knows how long the king in exile will be respected, and who will the Ringel look to? That is a mighty request, dictating the fate of a king. A king is not a king without his people. If you were to stand together now and in the future, legitimacy is in the utmost importance. Let's say I agree to this. I break away, leaving behind most of my assets, become independent, seeking alliance with your people. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is want a sign of my legitimacy as the king of all Ringel is respected. That seems entirely fair. Not as though I can offer much in negotiation here. Remember you are the ambassador. Whether you were official, I know I can't hold a bounty of gold or land or titles right now. All ambassadors do is make promises. Even so, I can't bring a treaty to the Emperor's sign. That is, good, we're not talking about a treaty. We're just talking about committing ships and perhaps putting our paws in the door for a potential future treaty. I see, so you want a sign that I respect your legitimacy. That would be lovely. What sign would you like? Tell me, Leo, who has a stronger claim to Pellar, the Leo or the Ringler? Let's kiss his ass. We were far too late to stake our claim. Pellar is yours by right. And you fought us knowing this? I'm a loyal soldier. I am sure the Ringel who fought us would claim the same if any of them thought we had a stronger claim. But neither if we can hold Pellar by might, then the matter is moot. I see. Well then, who is the right is one matter. A separate matter is this. Mine or not? That matter is in the past. Would it not be in my best interest to ask for Pellar as part of the war prize? What if I said in exchange for assistance you must surrender claim to Pellar? Absolutely, I would sign Pellar over to you. I'm serious. There's some way to do so. I would reverse time entirely, avoid this war. Pellar is almost immaterial at this point. If we were to have a strong alliance with you, might as well be part of the package deal. It would be stronger to have an ally than we would stronger to have you as an ally than we would to have Pellar itself. And that's what you have to say on the matter? That's all there is to say. I would like to stay and play word games with you some more, but I cannot. I need your answer. That's all I wanted to hear. You did well, Leo. If only all your kind were as diplomatic as you. You would likely not be in this position to start. So, I have your support? I will have to see what I can do. You're sure that you can't stay longer? I would so very much like to feel how firm those muscles are. Or how giving. Will you commit more ships if I say yes? I make it a rule not to mix business with pleasure. Then, sorry. Pity. I hope you survive, Leo. Chapter 2. The Mysa. Your next stop takes you to Sil, a dense urban center on the Mysa homeworld of Mirar. So, we kind of screwed our way into that. In a good way. As far as you remember, the Mysa have always had issues with overpopulation. Spreading out among their planet was a temporary solution, but eventually those new cities would have to overpopulate. Sil was at the tail end of the cycle. Much of the surrounding area was designated food and housing just to keep the people from perishing. The place has little industry, few luxury goods, and a populace that was perpetually hungry. Interesting. You need as many allies as you can get. The Leo and the Mysa. The Mysa, a small species with large number. Mysa have yet to go into space on their own, before being pressed into conflict larger than themselves. To be fair, most things are larger than them. Oh yeah. Like Mysa have always been amicable. Mysa were excellent repair technicians of other Leo starcraft. Their own space program has yet to leave their planet's gravity well, though. But even without ships of their own, they have certainly been willing to help. Even then, going by official channels, you are quickly given an audience with the Mysa High Commander. Not that the guards could physically stop you from approaching their office. Stand outside the commander's balcony. Even with her on the 3rd floor, you still have to bend your knees ever so slightly to stand eye to eye. Oh, wow. I am Wing Commander Sarah. I've come to ask. With a raised palm and a scowl, the Mysa commander interrupts you from her wobbly balcony. I'm going to stop you right there. Pardon? Look down at you. Do it. Look down at you. Good. Now look at me. Well, sure, but I want you to think about your empire and all the worlds your emperor commands. Got it? Great. Now look at the foul blur around you. You're certain you need to ask for my help? No, I'm offering my help. Actually, I came in to offer you my help, my empire's help. Your help to do what? Stands here in Mysa. Oh, that definitely didn't do well. Stands in Mysa are in a dreadfully precarious position. Viable planets are incredibly valued. You have no way of defending it. What are you offering? To put Leo shits in order in case someone attacks us? Actually, I was thinking more along the lines of a treaty. If your people are ever in danger, we'll come to your rescue. If we're ever in trouble, we'll come to our aid. Are you insane? Your people are at war. If we agreed to such a pact, we'd be obligated to fight the moment it was signed. You, Leo, have been a proxy war with the Krakoon through the Ringel for years. This is nothing new. I don't care about you brutes butting heads with other brutes. No, you're wrong. This is different. Krakoon Dreadnought killed my whole team. I'm sorry, I really am. We Mysa are very empathetic people. I understand it means to be helpless and grieve for those we cannot save. Come with me and tell us about these doomed people so we can mourn them together. No, we can't give up on them. Just because a dreadnought can kill a planet doesn't mean we have to let it. I can see you're new to being helpless. You're used to being able to fix whatever problems you face. That's okay, in time. No, I refuse to give this up. The cause isn't hopeless. That's why I want your help. Okay, fine. You want to stop the Cocoon. I get that. Your people are always at war with the Cocoon. But they already hate you and want to kill all of you. I hate to be cold about this, but why should my people get involved? Why should we provoke the Cocoon? Really think you're safe? Haven't attacked us yet. By the prophets, all the Myci are obstinate? How can anyone ignore a threat as big as Cocoon? Don't be foolish. They haven't gone around to your world simply because they haven't gone around to it. They don't think you're going to attack them. They're damn right about that. And so they've set your world aside. They haven't forgotten about you. Or Cocoon don't forget. Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's on itch.io, and it's an independent game, but I don't think there's going to be any wobblies, so, you know, teen, I guess. With all the other enemies are vanquished or going through a particularly slow period of finding resources, they'll be back to take everything you have. You don't know that. Regardless, you're saying may attack us, may kill billions, but I know if we help you, they certainly will. We're in no position to defend against such an attack, or we'll be massacred. Sorry, I don't understand. Can you explain? If you want my people to risk our lives, there has to be something in it for them to gain, not just diving in a war that might someday come to them. They need to gain something for them and their descendants. Gain? Like what? You want ships so you can go conquer your own worlds? Look around at you. My people live a meager life. We want your help. If you want our help, then we want yours. We want to live like your people do, in comfort and without fear. Safe from the Cocoon. Leo, you've been at the top of the food chain for so long, you can't imagine what it's like to live on a world where someone might want to eat you. So you want what? Leo's security to patrol your cities? Fight off predators? We need something. People are strong and hold your own against the Cocoon. Surely you can give us the means of our standard of living. The obvious answer is money. Money? Sure, when Leo Empire identifies allies in need, come for us to allocate some of our budget as humanitarian aid. We're poor, so you want to give us money so we won't be poor anymore. That doesn't fix anything. How is money supposed to protect us from predators? We're supposed to throw it at them? We're supposed to use it to buy spaceships so we can go somewhere safer? We're supposed to hire mercenaries? Well, I am really not doing well in this one. I suppose you could. Terrible idea. Mercenaries leave our world alone because we have nothing to take. We had money and no means to protect ourselves, just to track bandits. Still haven't expressed how the Myci could possibly stop a dreadnought. We have no ships, we have no cannons. I know we could take down a Cocoon if every last one of us. It's not all. So much more we could offer besides. Like what? For instance, we could train your people as... I think the Myci would make perfect spies. You guys are small enough to climb the air shafts and between walls. True. Just think of your soldiers everything your soldiers might see or hear. Wars are won with information, not bombs. Okay, bombs are pretty important, but without someone gathering secrets, never know where they to be and where and when to be there. We never knew where the bombs should go. I suppose that is true. How many spies does your empire even need? Shouldn't you be hiring Myci mercenaries instead of arranging interplanetary alliances? So will you do it? Will you help us? No, I don't think I can. Helping you would risk billions of lives, and there simply isn't enough upside to make it worth it. But, I'm sorry, lives are difficult enough. Please go away before you knock down one of our buildings or step on one of our citizens. So, failed that one. Orxensia, Jordian Outworld. In this day, far away from the center of the Jordian Confederacy, now the perhaps last real holdout from the influx of the Cocoon. The Jordians, feline species that once de facto rulers of the galaxy. Their arrival of the Cocoon marked their end of their expansive empire. Jordians consider Leo to be spiritually long-lost family. Nice. You expect to see the dregs of a once proud civilization brought to its knees, but it's proud to see clear gleaming towers and the finest technological prowess on display. People were once unmatched masters of the galaxy, and all indications are the Jordians still feel this way. Perhaps the only thing that still unites them. You meet in Oricsensa council chambers, ready to make your case, but are surprised that not one, but 3 counselors, each with very distinct traits. Wing Commander Sarah Yi Akutas. You received my message, I take it? Big brother, welcome. Large one puts his arm around you in a firm embrace. He is nowhere near the strength of even your average Leo, but far stronger than most Jordians you've known. Brother? Brother in arms. Jessica has in his head that Leo Empire are successors. To be frank, I don't see the resemblance. Please, the Leo are not our successors, and who could be in this time of need? They're strong, and we would do well to ally with them. Leo are a collection of rowdy meatheads more concerned with glorious sport and war than intellect. They do not have the capacity to bring utopia again. I feel that's unfair. There are many great Leo scientists and intellectuals. That is what the Krakoon claim too. It doesn't matter in this case. We need to ally with the Leo in order to strike back against the Krakoon. This is our first priority right now. Is it? Our dealing with the Leo has not always been the best circumstances. Not lift a finger to stop the Krakoon from overrunning us, seeing us instead as pets of the Krakoon. Even though so many of us object to that role. I feel like Wing Commander Akias is only begging for our help now because he needs it. The moment that he doesn't, we're in once again irrelevant outlanders, snubbed and ignored. What do you say, Akatas? Perhaps you can put our disagreement into clear text. Who are the Jordians to the Leo? Great nation that can rise again. The entire galaxy marveled at the people you once were. Even stepping in here, I'm astonished what you still are. There's still a spark of greatness in you. Your glory may yet return. Take this opportunity to make strides in that direction. Well, at least you have the sense to acknowledge your betters. Does he? You can say anything you want as long as it's clearly self-serving. How is this self-serving? He's right. We're never going to become a strong people unless we start taking action. And it just so happens to be action he wants to take. Tell me though, Leo Neos for a battle. They would not come unless they were in dire straits. Are the Leo weakening so much that they need a puny outworld colony to come to their aid? You know full well that battles are not always won by the strong. Let the Leo speak. He's come to convince us after all. True, but I do not mind having an advocate for my side. Clasp Jessica's paw on your own. He returns gesture with ferocious strength. You've not met many Jordians, but with Juska you found a fast friend. Seems quite passionate, perhaps a Leo from another life. Be that as it may, we'd like to hear Akas answer the question. What do the mighty Leo Empire need a small outworld colony? Well, you guys are smart. Darn it. Jordians are master tacticians. I'm positive with your insight in battle we can come out of this clean and easy. Trying to convince me with flattery? Well, even if you're honest, there's only so much we can possibly contribute from the front of short notice. If you're really desperate battle against incredible odds, you're facing an armada. Our ships are a total 28. 27. Assuming we can get that POS batteries binary star out of the port, 28. Usual Krakoon armada is going to be 250 ships, which include at its core a dreadnought, a ship that weighs more than the rest of the fleet combined. What I was trying to say is that we might be brilliant, but we're not that brilliant. What's the matter? You two are hesitating. You would have dismissed me if there was no chance of me convincing you because there is good reason for joining in the battle? And we'd like to hear it. Does the call of battle not inspire you as is? The Krakoon are a sworn enemy. Yes, they are, but it doesn't stop me from thinking that our future to go. If we go and we lose, it's a very real possibility. They're not going to have anything to hold up Oricsensa. Like I said before, the Leo showed up. If we go, we all go together, because there's no point in just one of us going. Oricsensa will be left vulnerable. Ships you're asking for our entire fleet. We have some rudimentary orbital defenses, but any significant loss of ships is going to be devastating. No point in attending this battle unless we all go. At which point, we're putting our lives in your paws. How are we supposed to react but hesitate? Is that what's causing you to pause? If you believe me, which you should, then staying here isn't going to help. Only hope is go out and meet the enemy now, while we can still pool our strength together. here all by yourself with your backs to the planet you're trying to defend. And if that happens, no one will be left to rescue. So get your shit together. He has a point. No, he does not. Yes, he does. If we can't defeat a Raccoon dreadnought with Leos at our side, what hope do we have on our own? Even though we have another 40 years to prepare, we'll have not amassed enough ships for this. The Leo are our friends here. We have to admit to ourselves that we are, by default, using Leo as a shield to keep this planet protected from the Raccoon taking it. They don't like the fact that we have escaped their clutches thus far. Hamon Ray, your primary concern has always been trying to get the old shipyards working again. Is it going to be easier or harder with the Raccoon breathing down our necks? I'm just not sold with the Leo here. What makes you think that you're better than Raccoon? Leo don't take slaves. However much you might believe we'd be glad for your economy or your self-reliance, anything an alliance with the Leo will do for you will be minor compared to what the tortures the Raccoon will. I won't pretend the Leo are perfect, but things are better between us to start to spiral. You have much more civilized people to negotiate with. And that's just the worst case scenario. Very much believe we can be better friends than that. Something impossible with the Raccoon. Very well, Commander Ostis. It's not a lot to go on, but at least you're capable of acknowledging the complexity of the situation. May I say something, though? That's why you're here, Kip. You don't have to act like you're talked over all the time. I'm just worried about the chances we have here. It's one thing looking at the numbers on the screen to make an estimate, but Commander Ostis, I want you to be absolutely straight with me. If we fight in battle, how many of this are going to die? That's why I'm visiting as many people as possible. So long as we have sufficient numbers, we should be safe. But if we don't, our chances aren't so good. Counselor asks you for honesty, and you couch in what-if scenarios. Tell him what's going on now. Told you the truth, Hamon Ray. Accept it. Sorry I can't stay longer, but I need your response at once. Can I count on you? I'm not happy about it, but you made your case. You have my backing. Kip, what about you? He seems the most disconcerted about this. He goes sit down, and Hamon Ray holds his paw tightly. After looking like he was about to break down crying, Kip finally nods. We need to do this. I'll see you on the field of battle. Escaron. Not quite a border planet, but the closest meeting ground you could find. The planet has been owned by the Turek for as long as you can recall. In terms of land, the Turek is only interested in owning worlds that support their form of life. In terms of loot, the Turek prefer owning everything they can get their claws on. Oh boy. Not particularly hopeful alliance, but things may help. Turek live for fighting, and they are not afraid of death. Also, they hate the Raccoon, perhaps as much as Leo do. Perhaps a mutual enemy can go a long way in forging a temporary one. Shar Nagwasel has agreed to meet you in the Great Hall, a mighty building of hewn marble, also seated when you are invited in. Regards you with much curiosity. It's possible you've never seen a Leo in the flesh, even though it's true that he is 4,000 years old. May have seen far more than you can imagine. You are Wing Commander Sarah Yi Akusas of Konstarua's 521st Deep Space Squadron. Konstaruan, the home planet of the Leo. My home planet. I am. I expected you to be taller. I am as the prophets have made me. Indeed, my aides have informed me that you're here to request aid on behalf of your people. It imperative the moment of the Raccoon is broken. I'm sure, but such an alliance has never been discussed before. Our people are far too different, Commander. They will need to break with traditions. This alliance is both of our best interests. Is it? Merely coming here and admitting that you need help with the Turek you have never needed before. You've already revealed yourself vulnerable. The Turek. Fierce species. Turek find their place in the stars as pirates and guns for hire. But don't mistake them for mindless monsters. They are known to covet art and beauty. Barbarians, lots of them, but I'll need their strength to be victorious against the Raccoon. Without us, the Leo Empire likely falls. The Tureks survive regardless. How then is this for our best interest? What do you think Raccoon will wipe us out? What, you think Raccoon will wipe us out in an individual right away? You know that's not so easy. Our people are civilized, perhaps, soft in your eyes, But if the Empire was broken, billions of Leo will soon become uncivilized. Yep, it is definitely a puzzle game. We will be desperate. We will tear at the throats of those not amenable to our cause. Our ferocity now is barely kept in check. The sector of space will not become a place one will wish to live. Perhaps you should unleash this ferocity. I'd love to see you fight for your own. It will not go well for any of our prospects. Let's say I bought in this line of reasoning. Unlike your people, we are not locked in the rigid hierarchical chains of command. I would have to convince my commandants that they must hold off while taking advantage of your weakness. How do you stay organized then? Not so difficult. Commandant wishes to challenge my decision. He may try and kill me over it. They will not succeed. They will not accept some future that they will not live to see as reason enough to follow me into battle. So I foresee someone taking issue with your reasoning. And I am in no hurry to die dishonorably. As the situation stands, you are in a very tempting target. Tell me, what is at this moment makes fighting the Krakoon this better prospect? Leo will be forced to fight, and they know if the Krakoon succeed, we'll be under siege. I'm not going to let that happen quietly. At best, your commandants will soften us up for Krakoon to take. They will not gain anything from such a conflict. Do you think that's supposed to scare them? Your reasoning is bold, and putting your home defense out like a shield in front of you. You have your own assessment of your defenses. You cannot merely say whatever it is and you wish to have us believe it. Well, let's say my commandants agree to come along with this ragtag adventure. Only a minor portion of them break off to take advantage of your softened defenses. I don't even think of us as battle-happy brutes. We are not so quick to die needlessly. If I'm leading my commandants in a trap, they will not be happy with me. I'm not going to lead them into a trap. Interesting. So tell me next. The battle is over and you've won yourself the victory going through the angels. What will your people in turn on us, or your other mortal things? The Leo have more honor to attack our allies, even allies of convenience. It would be a ridiculous farce to put our lives in line a second time merely to gain some momentary advantage over you. I believe you. I am surprised. Don't get me wrong, I believe that for you, your people are soft, and not to believe that there's some kind of wrong with taking advantage of a vague sense of kinship. It is adorable in a way. I apologize for my comment earlier. You are in every sense a Leo. In some ways we do admire you, despite your frail bodies. You do fight, and you fight well. We would be fools to underestimate your strength. We have never fought alongside you before. We know of the kind of cowards who, when striking as a group, fall back, let some others take the fall, so they may reap the glory. It is our home we are fighting for. Why would we hold back? I'm not saying you would. If you are honorable, the battle is yours to lose, not ours. But if we join, we will fight to our very end. So what of you, Leo? Are you prepared to die? To my dying breath, I will defend my homeland. Whether it be my life or death, I will fight. I will fight to the dome of Kostrander holds or falls forever. And if I shall die with it. I hold from now to eternity my sword against the throat of my enemies. I shall never relent until the release of death take me. Noble words. One problem. That's the oath of your order, is it not? I was hoping you didn't know that. I do not discount your word meant something, but here they are written by another. In the end, a shield. Held up so you do not have to confront the truth of the matter. Very well, there's nothing left to discuss. Do I have your agreement or not? One thing left, Commander. My people have a custom when making an amends such as these. You see, you need me. I could still do nothing, and perhaps it would not be the best option, but it may still be preferable to a dishonorable loss. If you want this, you need this, then you need to give me something of yours. Not of your people, yours. What is this bargain worth to you? I will cut off my braid at the moment you should but ask. No. What? The braid is a symbol of my honor. Do not make this gesture lightly. Kings have died rather than cut their hair. And I have no use for mammal hair. If I wanted a trophy from you, I would need your scalp with it. Yeep. Are we done? I do have a battle to attend. I like you, Wing Commander Sarah. I will give this such thought. And don't worry, I'm well aware of the limited time nature of this adventure. We may yet see each other again, and then, who knows? The Sereth. Skomosko, home planet of Sereth. In about 1,300 years, this planet will no longer exist. The Sereth are a dysphoria of the making. Their home will be swallowed by their star in 1,000 years. Until then, they are looking to evacuate their entire species to the stars. Their logical nature would be useful on their size, but it'll make convincing them hard. For any other species in the galaxy, the 1,300-year time limit would ensure panic and wasted death. Instead, the Sereth took discovery in stride, and every single one of them devoted themselves to preserving as much of their culture as possible, searching for a new world to settle. Oh yeah. They've been longtime friends of Leo. They've always helped when they could be reasoned into it. They also have their own way of looking at things. Much of their culture could not persevere without a different perspective. Meet with Ambassador Lord Essereth. He is straight and to the point. Wing Commander Sarai Akusas. I do not believe you are a formal ambassador or that you have the credentials. Unfortunately, circumstances are dire. We have taken upon myself to gather help. There's very little time for our own fleet to be wiped out by the Cocoon. Such is war. Have you calculated the effect of losses on your strength? I'm not a computer, Ambassador. All I have is experience. From what I've seen and from what I've heard, this could break the back of the Empire. But you don't know that for certain. Of course I don't know for certain. When is anything certain in war? Calculations are essential in this matter. Loss aversion is one of your species' many fatal biases. Loss is tragic, but throwing in more and more researches prevent loss and any costs end up sucking more resources away from equally necessary sectors. I'm afraid I would need more information on this matter before I could make a judgment. Ambassador, sir. Yes, sir? I've always been told that a Sereth is highly empathic people, but you're demanding numbers I can't give you. What about the people that need your help? Worlds might be on the brink. I know that I'm needlessly panicking over this. I might be a fool, but even my rough back of the envelope calculations say it's better to help all you can. I'm begging you. We need your help, even if it might be unnecessary. Very well. We'll do this another way. I received reports on your other encounters with other species. I'm gonna risk needless waste, and I have some questions about your motives here, and I want you to tell me the unvarnished truth. Question 1. Now that the Cocoon have taken control of Pellar for the Ringel, it suggests that the king in exile break treaty with them. It's common talk among your people the mutual enemy makes friends. But why could this not have been accomplished sooner? What was stopping you from making alliance with the Ringel before it escalated to conflict with the Cocoon? Nothing was. We could have easily made amends with the Ringel, but the pride made my people short-sighted. The risk they might cost may make us more, or risk that they might cost us more than we can afford to not enter the calculation until it was too late. You can toss your own people into wild animals with a response like this? What else is to say? I'm to answer for every single one of my kin? We're not that different from those, Sarah. Making pretenses that peace could have been nice is one thing for a common Leo to say, but I'm talking to a soldier of the armed forces. Do not make excuses for your superior's decisions. It's easy to make easy when you're from a species that's predisposed to never questioning their leaders. Do you believe that's how we are? Sometimes I get the feeling you're all obedience because your leaders seem to always make the wisest of decisions. That's not always the case with us. If we make wise decisions, it would be wise to listen and speak honestly. Wisdom does not work without accurate information. Oh boy. Question 2. You promised Commander Yafna protection for her people and training besides. You prepared for the precedent this sets? What precedent? Can't merely tell me you can't see where this is going. You may have had a very good idea how mice can use to help a Leo war machine, but there are many and short-lived compared to you. Become part of your war machine, giving them over to your kin. Your kin will likely see this reason to treat them as disposable. You mean to set this as precedent? Do you want me to absolve you? I'm sorry. Everything you asked for the Leo is in relation to the Misa. The Sereth are in relation to the Leo. That's a different matter entirely. Is it? You keep wanting me to prove our morality matches yours before you lift a finger to help. You want us to change us, too. And we stubbornly refuse, maybe to our detriment. But that's not how alliances are supposed to work. We can't be the same. We can't be the same as Sereth, and for that I'm sorry. But I would hope we would at least be friends. That's all I wanted. Your analysis is faulty. We are a very different people, and if the Leo were to adopt our ways, we have scientific evidence that would be better between our peoples and in the galaxy as a whole. Ugh. But I can see why you feel that is some sort of unintended belligerent. So the question is unfair of me to ask. I apologize. I accept your apology, Ambassador. I've always been reasonable about these things. Question 3. Really think in the event of total loss or partial, the Jordian Outworlds could survive without their only defense fleet? It's not like the mice have a fleet. Yes, but that implies there's nothing good further than mice's lack of defenses. You did so with the Jordians. They're resource poor and you squeezed them everything they could afford. Even a partial loss can cause them to collapse. The inevitable feature to take over the Cocoon or the Leo. I reject your analysis and substitute my own. Really such a problem, Leo taking over would be doing them a favor. Leo could use the Jordians, Jordians could use the Leo. That's what an alliance is about. Under the assumption alliance was about mutual respect. Sereth keep the Leo tail at bay for that very reason. We respect you enough to make your own decision, much as it pains us. What do you want me to say? It's not going to happen. It's almost certainly not going to happen. You can almost do better on a paper with your intention with pretenses of it being a kindness. Question 4, the Turek. Do I get to know what the question is? I think you know what the question is. Put it succinctly. Why? I don't have to answer that. If you want my help, you do. You frequently shove your nose in the business of others far too often. Or your tongues, as that may be. Actually, no. That sounds bad. I expect to fly into battle alongside of Turek. I expect to fly into battle to help your ally. You've had your answers for all my actions thus far. Finished? One more question, Sarah. No, we won. We asked for you in exchange for aid. Did you give it? This one's bad. So your allies predicated on us doing your bidding. Question was a trap, wasn't it? Want the truth from you. Truth that you're saying whatever it is to give you the most leverage. Sarah, I do wish we had more time to discuss this, but time is short. Need to get going. We have a battle to attend. But, I'm sorry. Wish this went better. But I wish I knew your people better than I do. Fortunately, I cannot justify diverting resources for now. You'll do well on your own, Sarah. Not sure about that. So, we got 4 out of 6. Chapter 6, the Cocoon. Sarah, Prophet, save us. I didn't think we'd see you again. I've been busy. Need to pull everyone back and regroup. We have Wing Commander back from the dead. In such a hurry to die? Doesn't matter. We Leo are strong. We will defend ourselves. Click anywhere to go back. Try to convince everyone. Oh! Okay. Well, that's nice. Stop you right there. Look at you. I actually think we could help each other. How so? I'll never need help attacking Cocoon. Need help protecting your planet. Protecting planet from who? Well, the Cocoon, of course. I've seen a Cocoon attacking this planet. We have been a proxy war with the Cocoon through the Ringo for years. Nothing new. I don't care about you brutes butting heads with other brutes. You're wrong. This is different. I get that, but there's a dreadnought. You know how awful thing a dreadnought is? No? Well, a dreadnought's a war machine the size of a city. Yes? Size of the largest Leo cities. The inside of Mice's ears turn pale. Her eyes go wide. She can't manage words. Dreadnoughts don't kill people. Dreadnoughts kill planets. If we don't do anything, then a whole planet full of innocent people are gonna die. I'm sorry, I really am. We mice are very empathic people. We understand what it means to be helpless and grieve for those who cannot say it. Come with me and tell me about these doomed people. We can mourn them together. No, we can't give up on them. Just because a dreadnought can kill a planet doesn't mean we have to take it. So you're new to being helpless, and you're used to being able to fix anything you face. It's okay, in time. No, refuse to give up. The cause isn't hopeless. Well, I want your help. Okay, fine, you want to stop the Krakoon. I get that. Your people are already at war with Krakoon. Hate you and kill all you. Hate to be cold about this, but why should my people get involved? What do we provide the Krakoon? Don't you see? Everyone on your planet is in free fall. If you don't do something soon, look up the sky and lower your head until you slap your palms together with a clap that shakes every building in the commander is perched on. Bam! You're all doomed. Sooner or later, the Krakoon are bound to set their sights on your world. And you'll never stand a chance against them, alone. And you, Lone Leo, are somehow going to change that? Well, not me alone, of course, but the Leo Empire can help. And if you join with us, we can join with you. Life here in our home world is dangerous enough, and now you want to add in people shooting at us? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you explain? Well, my people risk their lives. There has to be something in it for them, not just diving a war that might one day come for them. They need to gain something for them, their descendants. Gain? Like what? You want ships to conquer your own worlds? Look around you. My people live a meager life. You want our help, we want yours. You want to live like your people do, in comfort, without fear. Safe from the Krakoon? Leo. On top of the food chain for so long, you can't imagine what it's like to live in a world where someone might want to eat you. So you want Leo security guards? You need something. People are strong and hold your own against the Krakoon. Sure, you can give us a means to raise the standard of living? Well, we have small armed drones that sort of patrol around farmland and shoot at herbivores that try to graze on our grain. Manufacture thousands of those, can easily spare some. And those would protect us? Sure, you program them with DNA signatures of what to shoot. They'd ignore any of your people, attack any creatures that cross in your territory. That would make a huge difference for us. Sure, once you stop focusing on merely surviving, then you can advance to thriving. Haven't explained how the Mysa could possibly help a dreadnought. We have no ships, we have no cannons. Now we could take down a Krakoon if every last one of us. It's not all. We have much more we could offer besides. Like what? For instance, we could train your people as spies. I think the Mysa would make perfect spies. The guys are small and able to climb through air shafts between walls. True. Just think of everything your soldiers might see or hear. Wars are won with information, not bombs. Okay, bombs are pretty important, but without someone gathering secrets, you never know where to be and when to be there. We'd never know where the bomb should go. Suppose that's true. How many spies does your empire even need? Shouldn't you be hiring Mysa mercenaries instead of arranging interplanetary alliances? So will you do it? It's a possibility. We have to codify just what your people are offering mine and exactly how many volunteers we'll need to recruit. But I think we'd be able to round up brave souls, put in their lives in line for another ration. If your help truly raise our quality of life, this might be worth the risk. Thank you, Commander. At last, the Commander smiles. Yay! Commander Jafina. Thank you, Commander Jafina. I'll forever be in your debt. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Already read all of this. We cannot bear the insult that the Ring Elf paid us by being unreasonable with Pellar. After they dishonored us like that, it was necessary we deliver justice. War was inevitable. I don't like the Leo term insult, dishonor, and justice. They're exceedingly vague in these circumstances. Can you elaborate on this for me? It's hard to explain. I see. You're well aware the Ring Elf will likely never share your vaguely defined sense of honor, right? Without that, I do not think it would be considered fair. You don't ask me if it was fair. You asked me what stopped this from making an alliance. True. Question 2. Promise Commander Jafina. Protection for people. Training besides. You prepared for the precedent this sets? What precedent? Can't tell me where this is going. You may have a very good idea how Mysa can help the Leo Wear machine. There are many and short-lived lives. Want me to absolve you? Sorry. Yep. Okay, this one we knew how to answer. Not how a line's supposed to work. Can't be the same as Sereth, and for that I'm sorry. Hoping we'd be able to at least be friends, that's all I wanted. Alice is faulty. We're very different people. If Leo were to adopt our way as scientific evidence, things could be better between our people and this galaxy as a whole. Question is fair for me to ask. I apologize. I accept your apology, Ambassador. You've always been reasonable about these things. Question 3. You think that in the event of total loss or even partial, the Jordian Outworlds will survive with only their defense fleet? I like the Mysa have a fleet. Yes, but also implies you could do no further than Mysa's lack of defense. You did so with the Jordians. They're resource poor, and you've squeezed for them for everything they could afford. Even a partial loss could cause them to collapse. Whatever happened to Oxia or the Outworlds, after this, not my decision or my concern. I'm a soldier, and my concern is for the preservation of the Empire. So you lied to them. Perhaps. Perhaps it was true. Bent a little. I can do nothing but make the most of the situation and their understanding of it. Just so long as they flew out with us in battle, which I do believe is in their benefit in the long run. I don't have to answer for the integrity of their situation any further than that. Understandable. Question 4. The Turek. Do I get to know the question? I think you know what the question is, but it's succinctly, why? I don't have to answer that. If you want my help, you do. Frequently shove your nose in the business of others far too often. Or your tongues. Actually, no, that sounds bad. Oh, we already did this one. Bad. One more question, Sarah. Oh, we won. Asked you in exchange. Did you give it? I refuse to dignify that. My opinion isn't going to stop the aid to Shokamu one way or the other. Your attempts to bait me into saying something contrary isn't going to work. Perhaps not, but consider that's what I wanted to, but consider that I wanted to hear you say something that shows you care. Even if it wasn't the truth. I was hoping it would be, but if that's how you feel, fine. Sarah, I wish we had more time to discuss this, but time is short. Need to get going. We have a battle at 10. But, okay. Not sure about that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that is definitely not the right answer. I'm not going to claim it's not a risk, but I'm talking about the existence of the Empire as a whole. If I did not ask for them for help from every corner of the galaxy I reach, I would regret it. But the Turek, about to turn down the opportunity to pit my enemies against each other, it's a resource others often overlook. You have no love for the Turek good. Smile then, because many of them will die. It's not the best argument, but it is acceptable, I think. You had your answers for all my actions thus far. You finished? One more question, Sarah. Oh, we won. I refuse to dignify that. My opinion is not going to stop the aid to Shokamu one way or the other. Attempts to bait me in some country because it can't work. That's not, but here's something that shows you care. Even if it wasn't true, hope it would be, but that's how you feel. Fine. Sarah, I wish we had more time to discuss this, but time is short. Let us get going. We have a battle to attend. You're coming? You were convincing. I don't like all your responses, but we will still show grace towards you in this hour of need. I mean, I guess I feel a little guilty for diverting your resources like this. I'm confused. Do you not want me to come? No, please. Let's do this. Hooray! Sarah, Prophet, save us. I didn't think we'd see you again. Been busy. We need to pull everyone back and regroup. We have to. Wing Commander, back from the dead. For the 4th time. Such a hurry to die? I brought friends this time. Friends? Think another clutch of ships is gonna win the day for you? I don't know, but I do know you have to be stopped. For the sake of the galaxy and the freedom of countless others, you must be stopped. Everyone who's with me, call in. Captain Vulture, the banner of the King in Exile, standing by. Red Commander Lear on approach. We got a support unit ready for you. Squadron Commander Jessica, ready to make these lizards pay. Sarah? Commander of the Shar Nebuska, coming in with 100 strong. Are you prepared to die, mammal? General Ceci on approach on the city ship Gorbason. You think that's enough to stop us? You cannot fathom the power of the single dreadnought. Even with everyone on your side, the battle lasted nearly a full day. Until finally, with clever sabotage and relentless pounding of the firepower, the central core of the Krakoon dreadnought failed. Massive ship launched its escape shuttles and prepared for a full retreat. Well, General, had enough yet? Krakoon Empire will not be defied. You think you won, Wing Commander? You think this little stand, which you barely succeeded, is all it takes to stop the wave that's about to come crashing down on you? All you've accomplished is seal your own fate. Your children and your grandchildren will know nothing but war. In the end, all you've done is bought yourself a little time, but with the blood of your future generations. Can you live with that, hero? You've given us no choice, General. I guess I'll have to. Threat Lingen, you're in. The Krakoon is, in the end, almost certainly right. It's not the end by a long shot. But for now, the day is yours. Hooray! Okay. Well, that was fun to do. Although I guess that means next week I'm going to have to come up with something completely different. Although that should be fun. And it's just this splash screen with the ending music. So, yeah. Man with two noses. Absolutely. So that was definitely fun. But yeah, definitely going to call this an evening. When we come back next week, I guess I've got a bunch of different games I could consider. Thanks for hanging out with me, Duroc, Westtalk, Commander, and Seth, and anyone else who is here. Naboo, I think I saw earlier. Yep, still here. Awesome. Yeah, I've got a bunch of different things that I could do. Let's see. Back to the Dawn, which is another adventure game, which takes place in a modern prison. Of Blades and Tales, which is a very old school kind of game. I could go back to Tunic, and I'm really thinking about doing Tunic. Or Stories, The Path of Destinies. Out of all of those, yeah, it might be Tunic. Because I started that one already, and it'd be nice to continue. But that'll be for next time. When we come back, folks, another game. Thanks all for coming by.